64 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Carolyn Osorio.
From Kirkland to Queen Anne, this is KIRO Radio, 97.3 FM.
News and talk, powered by the Pacific Northwest.
This is the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show on KIRO Radio, 97.3 FM. 97.3 FM.
It's a major stretch of freeway, and you may be driving through it right now, and things are going to change there. But the state said nothing needs to change, and there's, as I recall, they said there's nothing we can change, but there's been some problems, but it's okay because things aren't going to, well, they're going to change it. So far be it for us to explain that. We're going to ask Tracy Taylor to explain that coming up. But right now, this has nothing to do with us. Why am I even talking, right? In this segment, this has nothing to do with us. This segment belongs not to the powerful with microphones and big fancy radio stools that Candy refuses to sit in. It's about the people.
Did everyone agree with you? Let's find out. Choose your news on the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show.
I refuse. All right. Everyone probably did agree with you because you make the best choices. We gave you a taste of our story, something that we thought was fascinating. You've been texting your votes very creatively, I might add. Candy, Mike, or Todd to 98973, the Online Trading Academy text line. From the 253, I am Mexican, as is my family, and most of us thoroughly dislike El Presidente. So I'm going to go with Todd's story to hear what he has to say about the whole thing. So there is a vote for you. From the 425, Candy, Bo Bandy, Fanana, Fana, Fo Fandy. And the only reason why I'm keeping doing this is because they actually typed it all out. Fee, Fi, Mo, Mandy, Candy. But I did thought it was Fee, Fi, Fo, Fandy, Candy, but whatever. I'm not going to correct it. No one is getting me back into an actual brick and mortar store. How one store is trying to lure us back in. That's my story for Choose Your News. From the 360, my vote is for Mike, but I'm definitely expecting some animal noises. His story about Noah changing some rules that could affect wildlife. Currently, the Choose Your News scoreboard says Todd at 18, Mike is sitting at 13, I am at 16, and we do have a winner.
I'm the winner, and you're the loser, so I can learn how to lose. Loser.
Congratulations, Todd. People want you to explain how they think. That was most of our votes. They're like, I am Hispanic.
Yeah.
I would like to hear Todd.
I'm not explaining about how anybody thinks. I'm explaining some polls. I just want to point out that if you look at the video, you'll notice that when Candy does the reveal for Choose Your News, that's what we say in the entertainment business, the reveal.
Yes.
She does evil fingers. She does.
That's called finger steepling?
Yeah. No, you don't steeple. You are doing the Mr. Burns evil finger thing.
Evil
All right.
fingers.
So this isn't me telling you what you think. It's pointing to an article Paul Mirgnoff wrote in a Powerline blog, quoting a bunch of polls. So it's poll numbers, vary for President Trump. About 50% of African Americans consider him a racist, which is obviously not good news for the president of the Republicans. There's a new poll by McLaughlin and Associates. Now this is it's about Hispanic voters. McLaughlin and Associates, they are a conservative firm, but no reason to doubt their numbers. They show them at 50%. Is that an outlier? As he points out, a January Marist NPR PBS survey also put the president's approval rating with Hispanic Americans at 50%. And a February Morning Consult political poll put it at 45%, which is ahead of, at that time, according to this, the president's overall ratings. So why would that be? Now, going from polls to opinion, there's a guy named Stephen Cortez who used to help lead Trump's Hispanic Advisory Council in 2016. He says there's three factors. One is the economy, two is immigration, and the third is social issues. So they write, and I think this makes sense, that the first two, okay, that makes some sense. You've got the economy. People perceive the economy to be doing well. They've got social issues, and there is a, relatively strong tie to the Catholic Church and the Hispanic community. So maybe there's some social issue things. But immigration. Now we go to his version of a poll. Cortez, he quotes a YouGov poll, 2018. YouGov Economist poll said that only 20% of Hispanics approve of the practice, so-called catch and release, of families crossing the border. And that his understanding is a lot of Hispanic people feel that ends up with them competing in unfair job markets. That's a conventional wisdom challenging poll for a lot of people. But I found it interesting. And just a disclaimer, this poll means nothing. I mean, right now, we're far away from the presidential election, but we're not far away from the congressional election. Speaking of that, can I just call something to everyone's attention? We have 2 TV screens on in here. I wish we could do a better job of describing Howard Schultz's apparent disdain for regular people. And I know that's not what we were talking about in this segment, but I'm just drawn to Howard Schultz is doing a Fox News thing. And can we get some sound of this? Because am I wrong, or does his body language, when he has to talk to regular people, does he just look absolutely condescending?
I forget. Do you like him?
I do like him. I like Howard Schultz. I legitimately like him.
I think maybe he's stiff like that and he's getting bad advice. I don't know. I'm going to pull some of this audio and then we can talk about it a little later.
All right. And if any of my partners want to respond to that, obviously that's open. But we'll come back now. Tracy Taylor, important part of roadway. You may be in it right now. Change is afoot after we were told, as I recall, nothing needed to change or nothing could change. So we'll get into that. Tracy's going to do a real-life traffic report now, brought to you by Michael's Toyota Volkswagen Subaru of Bellevue.
Yeah, I just got a text from Brian from Yelm at 98973 talking about this. I've been back and forth with him. This is something I'm